Good morning or good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. And I know it's Tuesday. I got to check the calendar. Yesterday I called it, I think, Sunday, and it was Monday. It was a travel day, and a ton of things going on. But it's Tuesday, Thanksgiving weekend. I'm in California, my house in California. I'm in the guest room because my office slash studio is getting painted. And so hopefully by tomorrow I'll be back in that space. And so we may have a couple technical glitches today. This is like my third or fourth or fifth time trying to launch this, but let's see what happens. I wanted to talk about a recent survey from Empower, and it's got a lot of media coverage, especially in our industry. So I want to share some of the data in case you haven't seen it, and then I want to kind of go through it and see what does it all mean to us, or what are the opportunities for loan officers or real estate agents. So with that being said, I'm going to try to share a copy of the survey. It's called Secrets to Success, and it has some really interesting thing right off the bat here. This question is, here's what financial success looks for Americans by the numbers. And as you can see, overall, people define success by having a salary of $270,000 a year or a net worth of $5.4 million. That's the definition of what success looks. But as you look at the generations, let's start from the bottom. Boomers define success as having a salary of $100,000 a year and having $1 million in the bank. Gen Xers go, hey, if you have about $212,000, making $212,000 a year, and you have $5.3 million, you're successful. And millennials, slightly less. They said, hey, if you make $180,000 a year and you got about $5.6 million in the bank, you're successful. But then there's these Gen Zers. Gen Zers believe that if you make nearly $600,000 a year, and if you have $9.5 million in the bank, you've been financially successful. Now, why do Gen Zers? Why do they think it takes six times the amount of income from a boomer, or 3 times the amount of income as millennials or Gen Xers? Why do they think you have to earn so much more money, or why do they think you have to have so much money? Well, speculation is it's social media. They go on social media all day long and they see other people, posing as successful, and from that forms their idea of what it takes, and so their ideas are totally distorted. But knowing that, how can we use it in our favor? But really interesting. I mean, I think it's far less than 1%. People in the United States earn $600,000 a year. So as you go to measuring success, 59% people think success actually is most to do about happiness. 35% said, how much free time do you have to pursue what you like doing? 35% said, hey, how physically fit are you with your physical well-being? And then the fourth response was wealth. So under success, wealth is the fourth most important thing in that recipe. Interesting, really interesting. We go down here. So what are the factors of success? You could vote on 3 answers. The top answers were, number 1 is hard work. 84% people thought that hard work was a key factor for success. The second response was talent. The third response was who you know, and the fourth response was luck and circumstance. Those are the top 4 answers. Other answers of note: 36% said, hey, one of the key factors of success is being a visionary. And then 32% say it's outworking everyone else. So about a third of people say just work harder than everyone else, and that's the key factors to success. Interesting, these concepts that Americans have, huh? So now as we guide through this, as you talk about what are the barriers to success, 35% said the economy, 30% said income instability, 28% said a lack of financial goals, and 26% said procrastination. So those are the barriers to attaining success. I found that all to be really interesting. Now, the top money moves that help increase success, this is from the survey, and the respondents had they had about 2,500 people respond to an online survey, and so the responses are going to be skewed to whoever's surfing online. But 45% said, hey, one of the things that helps increase success is having a financial plan. 30% said, contributing to retirement and 401ks. 27% said investing in stock. But in a related question, 30% of respondents said good financial advice is worth its weight in gold. And if you read through all the questions from the survey, you'll find that getting good advice, education, knowing the right things to do is one of the top responses, on and on and on. And that's where we're going to find our gold in this survey. So that being said, I'm going to do a handful of other top topics on this, and then I'm going to wrap it all up. So people say, and another question, people say the surest path to success is a well-paying job. Makes sense. Makes sense. Second was saving as much as possible and the power of compounding interest. That's 46%. 46% also said making smart investment decisions. And then 36% said it's financial education. There it is, education again, education, advice, right? Now, in risking it, 1 in 4, 23% say taking risks is critical to getting richer. 34% believe it means prioritizing your effort because time is money. That sounds like a real Gen Zer's answer. And on and on. So there's just on and on you go. Now, here is the thing. So what do we glean from this? Like, what does it matter? What does it mean? What's interesting in reading through the entire survey and people what it means to be success and how much money, never really do they talk about real estate. Like, what was real estate's role in creating success? What was real estate's role in creating wealth? And as we know, the Gen Zers have this huge appetite to become wealthy, and yet they don't have a plan, and they don't necessarily always have the work ethic too. But here's where we can help fill in gaps. What our job is we should be creating wealth creation plans using real estate, and we should be the quarterback of that. And then for anybody who's looking to create wealth, we should start advising them. We should help them create a plan. We should teach them on how to use real estate. We should be instrumental to the plan, and then we should celebrate when they achieve, their goals. It's simple as that. So what the survey tells us is people want to be financially successful. They want to be secure. That they want great advice. They need education. That's our jam, man. This is a great opportunity. I'd use this. I'd get my referral partners. I'd strategize around how do I, create specific outreaches by generation, because each generation has a little bit different view, a little bit different need. And I'd go out there and I'd attack the market. That's my message today. Happy Tuesday. I hope you have a great day.